Further on in the interview, he talks about how he hates rats because a rat sent his father and I guess his uncle to prison.
Yeah.
Right. Which is deep. Once again, we're talking about the whole family thing. The one thing about this, though, that struck me a little bit, and like I said, Durk is a very smart, intelligent guy. And I understand hating the whole concept of ratting, because if you are doing crimes with somebody and you get caught and you push the blame to someone else in order to get less time yourself, then that's a despicable act, right?
Durk was one of the first people who explained, quote unquote, snitching in a way that it felt so personal that it didn't feel like somebody trying to cosplay or just say what they believe the streets. I felt when he was telling me that, I felt that it was his childhood, like almost crying out to say, like, my father wasn't there. He literally says he had to grow up around women. Yeah. He said that took my father away from my life. Yeah. I could say it was all hurt. Him saying that was all hurt, and that made me realize, I'm like, shit. This is not just a guy who wants to seem like he's tough or street saying this. This is a guy who he feels this type of action has ripped apart his life. And he also continued a little further when he was like, it's like it was a reflection of, this is why I kind of am who I am. And this is kind of why I landed in certain circumstances, because my father wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, if I was him, I would fucking hate rats too. You know what I mean? Like, that's so personal. It's like, it's like, it felt like, it's like a judge who had like a niece die by a drunk driver. You walk in that judge court, anytime with a DUI case, you're getting the hammer thrown at you.
Right.
It is what it is, but it's so personal to that person. You know what I mean? And that makes sense. Durk is one of the only people, because usually people talk about it from, they're just trying to seem tough. Like, yeah, nah, man, I would have kept it solid. So, and great, that's a great talking point if you want to be street or whatever. But it's rare that you see somebody that says, nah, this shit ripped apart my family.
I mean, something similar happened to Boosie. That's part of Boosie's,
I know.
That's part of Boosie's rationale. His, I think, uncle or something had a similar situation that also someone told on him, which he ended up on death row, which he ended up beating.